Sunbeam A19 compact fluorescent bulbs. These are the Sunbeam 304-11528 compact fluorescent bulbs. If you have any questions, you can call 877-383-6399.
La durée vocale de votre correspondant est pleine. Il ne peut enregistrer de nouveaux messages. Veuillez rappeler plus tard. Merci.
Well, that certainly left me with more questions than answers. These are 14 watts compact fluorescent bulbs with a claimed brightness output of 600 lumens, which is in the reasonable range for a 60 watts incandescent bulb. These bulbs appear to have been distributed by some utility companies operating in Massachusetts. These are likely distributed to customers at a steeply discounted rate or perhaps even for free, which should raise some questions because if the utility company makes money off people buying electricity, why would the utility company distribute a product to consumers that would result in a consumer purchasing less electricity? And then of course the follow-up question becomes, you go and put all these bulbs in your light sockets and your light bill doesn't get any cheaper. So what is going on? On the front of the box, the bulbs are claimed to last up to 9 years. And then there is not one but 2 asterisks, which indicate the statement is some kind of a lie. According to these asterisks, the 9 years lifespan is based on average use of 3 hours per day, which, at least in this part of the country, is a very, very low number. Here in the winter time, it gets dark 4 or 5 o'clock, especially on a cloudy day, and it's not unusual that I might use the lights for 8, 10, 12 hours a day sometimes even. There is some discrepancy here because on the side of the box it says, in regards to the limited warranty, this bulb is guaranteed to operate a minimum of 9 years from the original date of purchase. Now, a minimum of 9 years is a lot different than up to 9 years, which appears to be more of a maximum, and neither of those figures are an average, which is what bulbs are usually rated in. On the back of the box, there's some even more ridiculous literature that says, to calculate your energy savings, use your local utility rate with the chart above. Electricity cost savings based upon average life of 10,000 hours. So now it's average life. And then it says 900 average initial lumens, which is not the same as the 800 that are claimed on the front of the box. On the side of the box, we have a copyright date of 2013, and you can tell these are getting old because there has not been electricity at 5 or 7 cents per kilowatt hour in quite some time now. I did see 9 cents at one point over the last couple of years. 11 cents is still a fairly available rate depending on your provider. The bulbs are not for use where exposed to weather. They're only good for dry locations, no dimmers, and no totally enclosed fixtures. Use only with a lamp that is provided with a shade. I'm not sure why that would be. If these are from around 2013, that is a bit late in the game for CFLs. LED bulbs were certainly starting to come on the market by then, though they were not forced anywhere near as hard as they are today, and there was much more consumer choice available at the time, which ultimately resulted in better quality lighting products. Let's take a look here and see what we got. These don't feel particularly lightweight or cheap, so these might be decent. Now here's the bulbs. And they actually, well, I guess they're plastic. I can't really tell. I don't know, they might be glass on the outside. But the tubes are enclosed in whatever this material is to try to make it look more like a regular light bulb. But they really got the shape wrong. Though I suppose for the people that were particular about the appearance of the spiral tubes, this would be a significant improvement. This is a self-ballasted lamp. It's allegedly UL listed. It has mercury, which typically makes the best lighting products. It is suitable for dry locations with base up or horizontal, not for use in totally enclosed recessed fixtures, not for use with dimmers. So this at least is disclosing the reality that when a CFL is installed like this, it significantly shortens the life because all the heat from the ballast, or from the tube rather, is going right up into the ballast. These are going to be that way in particular because the tube has no way of cooling besides whatever heat escapes from this glass or plastic, whatever the heck it is. So these probably run extremely hot, which makes them running ballast down even more important. Here's the Sunbeam branding. 14 watts, 230 milliamps, 2700K, so it's not a stupid cool or bright white. And it's model number 304111528, which is the same as is depicted on the box. And it's good old Energy Star rated. Yeah, these overall don't feel that bad, and it is quite possible all the weight is just coming from this shell here, which I'm pretty sure this is glass, but I don't know, they don't seem too bad. Let's turn it on and see what it looks like. We're going to be testing at 115.1 volts. I don't know why it's so low. Okay, it already came on. I'm not sure if we're going to get the nice startup colors like we did just then. Let's see. Appears like it might be a programmed start. Definitely not an instant on, at least. The other one had kind of a pinkish heat to it when it first started, but I don't think that the camera exposure was set enough to capture that properly. It is kind of cold in here today. It's only 58 degrees, so it might be starting up a little bit slower than usual. I did not see any commentary on this box regarding startup temperature, but these are usually good down to at least freezing. Oh no, wait, there is some commentary about starting temperature. It says, reliable starting to 5 degrees. A short warm-up period is needed to reach full brightness. Looks like it's warming up pretty quickly. It's probably close to full brightness at this point. It is consuming 11.8 watts, 0.16 amps, and has a power factor of 0.62, which is pretty poor, but when you're talking a couple watts in a residential application, the power factor is not really a big concern. Okay, I think it's up to full brightness by now, so I'll turn the lights off and take a closer look at the quality of the light. Actually, I quite like this. This is pretty good. Take a look at the screwdrivers behind us here. Or I guess they're really in front of us. Duh. You can see the color rendering is pretty respectable on this bulb. These screwdrivers are always a good way for me to tell because these types of colors often blur together to me. But I can see the red and yellow clearly. funny how all these tools are so many different colors. It just happens to work out pretty good for testing light bulbs. As far as the brightness is concerned, that's about typical for a 60 watts bulb. I don't really see any weird flickering or any kind of effects going on. This is actually very clean light for a fluorescent bulb. I don't see any type of flicker or anomaly appearing as I move my hand near the bulb. The ballast is still ambient temperature, but the top of the unit here is starting to get fairly warm. Not even getting any banding on the camera. Maybe very slightly, but nothing significant. This has a very good quality of light. I'm actually quite impressed with that. Our final power rating is going to be 13.0 the watts, right on the nose. 13.1 is kind of teetering. 0.18 the amps with a power factor of 0.61 or 0.62 depending on the way the meter feels at any given moment. So it's a watt below what it's rated for, but 13 watts is pretty standard for a 60 watts equivalent CFL. Well, I have to say I'm quite pleased with this bulb. It's a lot better than I was expecting. A lot of times the CFLs that the utility companies issued out were very cheap bulbs, which is kind of counterintuitive because if you want to expose consumers to a new product, you want that initial experience to be a positive one. And issuing out cheap garbage bulbs that most people find unsatisfactory is certainly not going to entice a consumer to use it or replace it with the same type when it fails. Let's see if it starts up quicker now. Yeah, it's pretty much instant on now. Well, these are good bulbs. I would certainly use these.